fabulous executive living bordering Oak Mountain State Park. Colleen and David Black, Keller Williams Realty, 356-5412. Call on Colleen.
I'm meteorologist Ryan Peters with you for this Weather Extreme video for Thursday, June the 11th. And we did see one of those clusters produced an outflow boundary yesterday, and that helped to bring some rain all the way down into the Birmingham area. Some spots got some fairly heavy amounts, and some didn't get much. I only got 0.06 at my house. Let's take a look at Skycam this morning, and we do have some cirrus canopy over us. So we've got a deck of cirrus clouds. There's the Birmingham shot from downtown looking over Red Mountain. And kind of a pretty shot as we look over Demopolis, and we can see a few altocumulus, it looks like, clouds in addition to the cirrus canopy, and a similar shot from Jasper as the sun is beginning to give a little pinkness to the early morning sky. On our surface map, not a lot has changed since yesterday. We still see the main threats are in the middle part of the country. But it looks like everything has sagged a little further south, and that is basically in response to some fairly substantial short waves moving through the flow and that have actually dampened the ridge a little further south than I think what was originally forecast. Still quite warm across the country. I don't see any freezing temperatures, although a few spots up in the north central part of the United States getting close to freezing, but certainly a fairly mild day across the fruited plain, as James likes to call it. A little closer to home, we are a bit warmer this morning with that blanket of clouds that is helping to hold some of the heat in. The last several days we've been around the mid and lower 60s, but that has changed this morning. We're in the mid-70s for the most part at 6 a.m. As we look at the radar, you can see that we still have another cluster moving through West Tennessee and north central Mississippi. We got some storms out in Texas and a large cluster moving across eastern Kentucky. The Storm Prediction Center does have a severe thunderstorm watch in effect for parts of East Texas. QPF guys are looking at some more rain, and now they're getting significant rains into the northern half of Alabama over the next 5 days, but it does look like we'll probably dry out as we get into the first of next week. Now, one of the things that's changed is that we have a large area of slight risk. We got a little one over Florida, one back in the vicinity of Denver or so, and then we've got a large area stretching from New York all the way back through Memphis and down into the San Antonio area. That does stay with us on day 2, and that would be Friday. And then day 3, things kind of shrink back more from Memphis back towards Oklahoma City. On the tropical scene, things are kind of quiet there, which that's good. We can use that. Here's the 06Z GFS model run, and we can see for today that it is forecasting some showers and thunderstorms down in this way. And just like yesterday, it's not one of those things where it's going to rain all day, but we are going to see some convection. And all these leftover boundaries make it kind of difficult to decide or figure out exactly where the showers will be. So I think everybody's got some pretty good chances. Probably about a 40% chance or so. By Friday, the upper air pattern, we're seeing that ridge again stay dampened down along the Gulf Coast, and that's with the moist atmosphere in place. That's going to allow showers on Friday in our area. Now, on Saturday, as we've been advertising, and it seems to be pretty good, the ridge begins to build off to our west, but that still keeps us in a rather moist tropical kind of air mass. I noticed last night after that rain that my dew point was running around the lower 70s, so things are very, very moist. By Sunday, the ridge now is showing real signs of building as a trough develops on the west coast, and so as that trough digs in, the ridge will build a little bit stronger. The ridge continues to build into Monday, and I think by Monday, we may begin to see a little bit of drying in the atmosphere, and certainly by Tuesday, with that fairly substantial ridge now, with the 588 line running above Memphis in the vicinity of Dyersburg or so. We'll probably see things a little drier. As we see on the surface map, GFS pretty much got showers in eastern Tennessee and Georgia and up into the Ohio River Valley, but not in Alabama. So still can't rule out the possibility of some isolated storms. Wednesday, a week from yesterday, the ridge is very strong, getting up almost to the 588 line, reaching all the way to just about St. Louis, and then gets all the way up into the Ohio River Valley by Thursday. And that certainly should keep us probably pretty dry as we head into the next weekend. Now, going out into voodoo country, as the GFS has been doing, it's building the 588 stronger in response to that trough on the west coast. And even though we have some little impulses riding over the top of it, they're not dampening it that much, at least initially. But by the very end of the period, around the 25th of June, and as we head close to July, we're seeing a change as the ridge migrates back to the west, retrogrades, and we are showing signs of developing a substantial trough on the East Coast. So that would certainly be a change. Well, appreciate you tuning into the Weather Xtreme video. I expect to have another one posted Friday morning. So I hope that you enjoy the day and perhaps you'll get a shower on your yard. I'm meteorologist Brian Peters. Have a great day and Godspeed.